Alrighty, then swaswum. Hello, everybody. It's Ben's Day. Welcome to the Ben Podcast, the first podcast to land on the moon.
We did it.
We did it. And you know what? And we did it with machines no better than your standard bank counter calculator.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and a toaster for thrust.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You need that spring in motion to, get launch velocity.
I was about to say, if you want to escape the Earth's gravity well.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do it without the toaster spring, I don't know. You're doing it all wrong.
You're knackered.
Our onboard computer was a speak and spell.
A-E-I-O-U.
Yeah, and it was backed up by a Simon Says.
Dude, Simon is the worst game there ever was. It's barely a game. How many numbers can you remember? How many colors can you remember in order? That's not a game.
I think Simon Says was the entire basis for Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Do 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 do.
Our thruster
Blue, green,
controls
blue,
were a
blue.
bop it.
Yo, but bop it is that shit.
Twist. Pull.
Bop it. Twist it. I should get all the bop it sounds on my soundboard. That's a great idea, Tim. I'll make a note to myself. What does it say on your notes there, honey? My wife will say in about an hour. It just says bop it with 47 lines underneath it.
This took an early turn.
But I'm not alone, all you audio people out there. This is not me and my spectacular voice work. I'm joined with the Wayne maker, Wayne Lynch, and you know him, you love him, the cheese connoisseur of crime, Tim Bristol. What's up, gentlemen?
The ceiling, apparently. That's what's up there. Yeah.
So Wayne, let me learn you in the audience something. When a black person says "What's up," the only response is "What's up." You just say it back.
Oh, that's where I've been going wrong.
Yeah, and then every time I say it to white people, like, "Oh, I don't know, clouds." No, it's not clouds. You're just supposed to say "What's up" back.
This will be my half-white British ass kicking in then. Sorry about that, Mikey.
Yeah, you just say it back.
Okay, yeah.
Why has my mic been so hot and no one said anything? Jesus Christ.
What is up? Because
Yeah,
you're the one who's driving the bleeding desk, mate. That's why.
and just like what do you always ask me? It's your British way of saying "What's up." I can't think of what it is. Oh, you all right?
Hello, mate.
No, you all right?
You all right, mate?
It's like, why is he checking on me?
Because I'm concerned. I'm concerned for your well-being.
It's because they're nice over there and we're not. Like if someone asks you
foreign.
what's up, you just nod your head or whatever and barely acknowledge what they say.
Correct.
But over there in Europe, they want to know how you are. They want to know if you're doing okay because they genuinely care.
That's an invasion of my privacy. I have Fourth Amendment right not to tell you anything. Am I being
Mikey, in my defense, when you say "What's up?" and I practically answer that,
yeah,
you go, "Oh, how dare you? How dare you?" And I'm like, "Are you right, mate?" And you go, "Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, thank you for asking."
Was that in a commercial for like Grey Poupon or something like that? Where they were just,
I think so.
Yeah, because there was something where the guy, or it was like a beer commercial or something, but instead of saying everybody, it was the beer commercial. It was the "What's up" guys.
Oh,
and then somebody kept answering in full sentences after they would do like a "What's up?" I was like, "Well, I'm not doing too bad. I actually just flew in from Cleveland and da 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 da." And then the next one would walk in and he's like, and it was too late. And he explained, he pulled us. I'll have to dig it up for us.
Yeah. So, Tim, what is up?
Nothing, bro.
He's at the pub.
I'm at the pub.
Oh, are you?
I'm at the tavern.
Oh.
See
Have you,
him behind
Can you see him?
yeah. Have you got a
Yeah.
tab? Have you got a tab?
Yeah.
Can
I'm
you
not
do
gonna fucking pay it because it's Moe's.
can you do me 2 duffs quick? Because I've got to get them down me and get home.
It's didn't somebody make a Moe's Tavern? Like there's like a legit
Yeah.
Moe's Tavern you
Yes.
can go to. We
And
should
there's
go
a Duff
there.
beer that you can drink.
Is it any good? Has anyone had it?
I've never tried it.
Oh.
No, I believe they sell Duff beer in Tesco's. I think my next door neighbour bought some because he's a nerd as well.
Do they sell it ironically or unironically?
Does
I
it
don't
matter?
know.
I don't know.
I just walked past it and bought myself for a 4-pack of Punk IPA because that's the beer you want. Brewdog. If you ever come over here, Brewdog is where you want to go to get your IPA fix. And
Isn't that the place you told me to go to get food and then it was all American themed?
possibly, but the brisket burger and all that, the Patriot burger.
Yes, it was all
Yeah.
like why as an American would I want to go to another country and have American food?
Yeah, but it's a gimmick for us.
Right, but it's not a gimmick for me. I eat that all the time.
Right, that's
I
normal.
wanted to go to Ireland and eat fucking bangers and mash all day.
But I wanted you to compare and contrast. I wanted you to say, Wayne, your mimicry of our food is terrible.
So I can actually answer that for you because I went to an American themed Irish restaurant last time I went before COVID.
I'm sure you mentioned by accident.
We went there by accident. We were looking for food. It was called Hooligans.
Wait. Stop. Tim said
Yeah.
by accident, Mikey.
But them's
By
the breaks.
accident. There you go.
Oh, we went there on accident.
Oh, you prick.
Yeah, we went there on accident and we didn't know it was American themed when we went there. And so we got the menus and they were all burgers or chicken sandwiches and they had mac and cheese and french fries and all that. But the burgers were just, there was so many things on them.
Oh, is that what they think we do?
Yeah, I guess. I got a Hawaiian burger, so it was a giant burger patty, pineapple, ham.
Was it the whole ring of pineapple too?
Yeah, as a whole ring.
Yeah,
It was a big, thick ring of pineapple.
Yeah.
And then on top was a fucking chicken tender. That was all in the sandwich.
That's not. You got to be able to keep everything between the buns. The only thing allowed outside the bun is like an olive on a what's it called? A
Skewer.
toothpick. Yeah, a skewer. Or maybe a pickle. Sometimes I see people put the pickles on the top so it doesn't make the bread soggy on the inside, but it makes it.
Yeah.
But there's that kind of stuff. But yeah, you can't have stuff
and
just roaming outside the bun, getting all crazy.
Everything came with mac and cheese, which was probably the best part of the meal. But my wife and I were so sick afterwards.
Oh no!
It was just the worst. They think that Americans are the worst.
No,
They must, because that's the kind of food that they were putting on a plate.
It's probably because all the ingredients were, organic and natural and not GMO, whereas you're used to,
real food,
nothing but synthetic bullshit.
Nah, that shit they must have got from America because it was awful.
That was homegrown trash.
Like we also went to like a McDonald's because we were on the road and we just wanted to stop at a rest stop. And the McDonald's food was better than McDonald's food is here.
That's saying something.
Like it was like recent McDonald's food or like McDonald's food in like 2000 when that shit was busting.
No, like McDonald's food in like 2019.
Yeah.
Our McDonald's food is just dry trash. It's fucking filth.
Well, imagine how much worse it is over here.
I don't want to. If you, Tim Bristol, the owner of the melting truck, are saying
why do you think he started the melting truck? It was a response to the food crimes that McDonald's was committing. He's our only avenger.
My wife said that the McDonald's buns were like actual real bread over in Ireland and not like the buns that we have here that are
other than the Lego buns you get over there.
Yeah.
Like our buns look like those little things that you put in water or something overnight, and then it grows like 3 times the size.
Yeah,
They just can't bother to put the water on them.
And a toy appears from the middle.
Mhm.
Surprise!
A little disgusting pink slime patty comes out of the middle.
Wow.
But so to answer your question, yes, I've had American themed European food and it's awful.
But in balance, our McDonald's is better than your McDonald's.
Yes.
That's
the food tastes better.
That's a game changer.
And I will say, all of your sodas seem like they have a lot less sugar in them.
They probably
Yes, they
do. You
do,
guys
massively.
do you guys use real sugar over there?
No, if you go to a pub, it's syrup mixed with carbonated water. If you go to like if you buy it from a shop, there's a lot less sugar because of the regulations, and
Yeah,
there is a sugar tax. If you want to buy a full fat Coke, like proper Coke, it's going to cost you £1.25 for 500ml bottle. But if you have like a Coke Zero, it's £1.05. So it's a 20p levy on it.
Yeah, like the 7-Up and the Sprite and even the Coke had like, you could taste that there was less sugar in it.
Mm.
Honestly, I can get away with not drinking soda these days. Like back in the day when they used real sugar, yeah, you could drink 4 or 5 Mountain Dews in a day and be fine. You do that shit now, it'll make you so thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
You will die of dehydration if you drink soda on the regular over here. That's why I go straight for motor oil.
One of the other things is real butter. Real butter has made a resurgence. It's like you got margarine and butter-like spreads, and it's basically yellow palm oil.
Yeah.
And yet now, everyone's like, especially when I was on keto, I've lost 2 stone, by the way. Where I'm eating real food again, I've lost so much weight and eating lots of fat. It's great.
I have my thoughts on keto. I think it's a very dangerous fad, just like Atkinson's was very dangerous.
Atkins was, but it was the way it was promoted that was different.
And I don't care who you are, you can't eat fucking bacon all day and expect your ticker to love you in the morning. All that fat is just building a fucking sarcophagus around your heart. And they're like, no, you're doing ketosis. I'm like, that's not how fucking blood works. That's not how that hard plaque develops around your shit. You're looking like
Tim's like this. Shut the fuck up, Mikey.
No, he knows. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. You can't eat grease and then expect your body to just be like, I pooped it out.
I stopped eating bacon on the food truck because it's like we make so much of it. Like it's around all the time, and I'm like, I can't eat it all the time.
My heart hurts. As long as you live in my house, you live by my rules. Now butter that bacon.
butter that bacon sarnie.
You sausage, you bacon that sausage.
And actually, like on the food truck, I've turned into like a little bit of a vegetarian because of all the bacon and other meats that we serve on the truck. I'm so sick of it. Like I just want a grilled cheese with vegetables in it. Like
I need something
that's
light.
all I really want anymore. Yeah, that's all I really want anymore.
You know what Wayne wants? Some of that sweet aircon. That's what he's looking for. Boom, there's Tim.
Out of the January 6th investigation and what happened to those Secret Service text messages, the National Archive wants to know how the service lost messages linked to the assault on the Capitol. And the Secret Service has confirmed just yesterday, in fact, that the messages cannot be recovered. It says they disappeared during a long-scheduled service update back in 2021. Scott McFarlane is on Capitol Hill for us once again, where the January 6th Select Committee is preparing for tomorrow night's primetime hearing. Scott, good morning.
Thoughts so far that,
Bullshit.
Oh boy.
They just lost them, guys.
Can of bullshit opened, worms everywhere.
They just can't find it, guys. There was a update.
I'll tell you what happens. Hang on. Lads, I've got a 0. Anyone got a 1? Anyone got a 1? Oh, you got two ones. No, I've got. Oh,
Here's what happened. They switched from Android to Apple,
Mm.
But
and it's
whatever
just
the
not
final
compatible.
code is, that's what you're
no, I'll tell you what happened. Everyone's got a 3310. They've just updated to a BlackBerry. They're all on BBM, and they've updated again from analog to digital. Lads, what are we gonna do?
Or the 5G demons
Oh,
ate the
Mikey.
text messages. See? Everyone forgets
What?
about the 5G demons.
It's
Why
true.
would you bring that up, man? Why would you bring that up? It's brand new.
I'm just saying. It could happen.
Tony, good morning to you. There will be some key witnesses at that hearing tomorrow. Witnesses who worked inside the Trump White House on January 6th. But it's the search for those missing text messages that has so many people here searching for answers.
Pose it. That man there looked exactly like, what's that geezer from the 80s? Max Headroom.
I knew it was going to be bad. I knew it was going to be bad. He does not look like Max Headroom.
Line for the Secret Service came and went. Some of the text messages exchanged within the agency on January 5th and 6th, 2021 remain missing, not handed over despite a subpoena from the January 6th Select Committee.
I'm pretty sure you could ignore subpoenas. It's more of a suggestion than anything.
So, I think from what I understand of subpoenas that they have varying levels of importance, and some of them you have to adhere to, otherwise you can go to jail. But some of them, like the ones from the January 6th committee, they can't really enforce.
And the spelling
So what's the point?
And also the spelling of subpoenas is ridiculous.
It's a British word.
And
It is a British word.
And it's like the spelling of the Irish word, Irish name, Siobhan.
Yeah, that is a crazy one.
Sioban.
Oh, you mean Chevron? That's some
And
good oil right there.
The Irish spelling of Owen as well.
Hey, stop trying to bring up Hillary's emails. We're talking about you and your goddamn word subpoena. Don't you change the subject. All about the emails.
Deleted and irretrievable.
Well, one thing I've learned in this process is that when one evidentiary door closes, another one will open, and we'll find a way.
Damn, he looked tired first thing in the morning. That's a damn shame. Damn. I thought that was just he was having long days. That's us. I do have those mornings where I wake up like, man, I did not rest last night. And that shit doesn't fucking go away with a hot rag. You're just like, oh, shit.
You wake up and you're like, what did my body do while I was sleeping?
Who jumped me?
National Archives has ordered an internal review of what it calls unauthorized deletion of text by the Secret Service, which this morning is pledging full cooperation. The January 6th committee have been seeking the records ahead of Thursday's primetime hearing, which the panel says will show dereliction of duty by former President Trump during the riot, despite urgent warnings from his inner circle.
What is this flag? What is this?
What is that?
Tim, crack the code. Figure out what that green, white, and black flag with K's on. 4 K's and 3 lines in the middle.
It can't be anything.
I'm not sure that's a good thing. But I thought
I knew about the KKK, but what's the 4K? KKK in higher resolution.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a symbol of a far right group. You want to guess which one it is?
Oath Keepers.
Proud Boys.
I thought the Proud Boys was gold and yellow.
Well, that's
Here we go.
Gold and black.
Oh yeah, gold and black, not gold and yellow.
It's a Nazi Germany war flag. Nazi.
No fucking shit. They
With
brought
the
a Nazi flag.
Right next to the fin
Does it have?
line.
Does it have? We can't see the corners here, but it's supposed to have a 4chan logo in the top left corner.
Oh.
We can't see that corner in the picture.
Maybe
yeah,
if
it's a. Yeah, it's a Nazi flag.
Cool.
Yeah, there it is.
There's the
Hello,
4chan.
everybody.
It's the national flag of Kyrgyzstan.
Bollocks.
Yeah. So it is a modified German Nazi war flag.
Oh,
Excellent. Yeah, because the actual war flag of Germany was that, but with a red background and the
Yeah.
swastika in the center.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
wa-
it's
I once
it's
walked into a house and a guy had that on his bedroom wall.
it is a far right meme that got turned into a flag. That's what it is.
Wayne walks in there. Whoop! Your installation looks great. See you later. Very efficient.
No, he drilled a few extra holes into the wall.
Do you remember when Grandpa Simpson walks in and Bart Simpson's on the door?
Or when Grandpa walks in and then walks immediately back out, taking
That's,
his...
that's exactly it. He walks in, he goes, puts his hat down, picks
Yeah.
his hat up.
we need to. I need to find that GIF and make that our thing when people follow.
But, it's hilarious. But the thing is, the geezer wall meter, right, he was an old boy. He was in Hackney in East London, and he must have been in his 50s. His mum was like up there in her 80s, 90s, and he stopped me before I went into his bedroom because I had to measure up, doing my job and that. Went, mate, before you walk in there, don't think I'm a wrong un. I just like collecting like World War II memorabilia. And he said, on this side is the Allies, and on this side is the Nazis. And I was like, okay, cool. And I walked into his bedroom, and there was a lot more Nazi stuff than there was Allies.
It's hard. It's easier to get, Wayne. That's all it is. It's just that right now the market is really, really hot for the Allies side. So it's really hard to get stuff at reasonable prices. So he ended up with a lot of Nazi stuff because apparently nobody wants it.
But he was all apologetic to me. He's like, my mate, I don't think anything of it. And I slyly took a picture of it, stuck it in my Facebook, and went, yeah, I feel welcome.
Now look, Mikey, I know you're here to do this inspection. Don't mind them nooses. Them is not for you. Those are historical nooses from famous blacks lynched over the last 37 years.
And you see those hoods drying over there?
Yeah, yeah. You hear the dryer
Halloween
buzzer.
costumes.
The dryer buzzer goes off, and his wife's just shaking out fucking clan masks.
What do you kids call it? Cosplay? That's all we're doing.
Honey, give me the starch. I want that hood to stand upright.
2 White House aides who quit after the attack. Former Deputy National Security Advisor Matt Pottinger and Deputy Press Secretary Sarah Matthews will be the star witnesses. And John Wood, a former lead investigator on the January...
He does not look happy.
John Wood.
That look is dead on the inside. That's what that is.
1,000-yard stare. I can hear what's it called? CCR playing in the background. I can hear the choppers going.
January 6th committee told CBS
he's got the Vietnam stare. He's got that Vietnam stare.
Yeah, he's like staring 1,000 miles.
All around me.
The panel will show Trump's in action that day.
I think they need to finish by focusing on those critical 187 minutes between when the attack on the Capitol started and when Donald Trump finally issued a video statement asking people to leave the Capitol.
Meanwhile, this morning, the Justice Department presents a second day of witnesses in the contempt of Congress trial of former Trump strategist.
All right, we're done with them. We're moving on.
Yeah, they're done. Don't even say that cunt's face.
We're done with them. But it is kind of weird. It is kind of weird how the Secret Service just kind of, conveniently switched from Android to Apple right after the January 6th.
No, like I said, they went back to BlackBerry. They were on BBM Messenger.
I think there is a new BlackBerry. I think it's like in use right now. There is a BlackBerry on the market.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, there is. There's got to be. There are a few people out there that still use it.
But Uncle Joe has COVID.
Uncle Joe
done got the Kofifi.
And engage, and we always said that this was a possibility. I think I even said it from this stage that this was a possibility. I think that the protocols have kept him from getting infected, but we knew that this was a possibility with this incredibly contagious variant. The good news is, and this was always the point, the good news is his immune system is very well protected given the 4 vaccine shots he's gotten. He's getting treatment. He has mild symptoms. He's feeling fine, his words.
Go ahead, Jeff.
As soon as that was announced, that was the only thing on the news for the rest of the day.
Has everyone gotten COVID? Wayne, have you gotten COVID?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, we need to ship some over there for you.
Yeah, Wayne, you got to be part of the cool kids club.
Did you see my sunburn?
Yeah,
dude,
that's not COVID.
I would take that level of sunburn on my whole body over COVID.
For reals.
No, I'm telling you, it was like Wayne crackling on my shoulder.
I hear you, man. Pork rinds are my favorite too. I'm telling you, mate, that shit sucks.
Yeah, I've had sun poisoning and I've had COVID. I think I prefer sun poisoning.
If I'm being honest.
No, to be fair, I have probably had it, but I've just not.
Yeah. At this
noticed. Point. Yeah. Because the amount of houses I go to every day, there's no way I've not had it, but I've not noticed it or been symptomatic enough to sort of like, I should probably test myself.
I'm still rocking with my conspiracy theory that I got COVID early, like around November, December of 2019, and then I got it again in 2021. I think because there was a whole bunch of us in the retail spot that we all went down right before Christmas, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. We just thought there was a flu going around, but it wasn't just us. So same symptoms and everything.
Amazon numbers jumped at that time as well, didn't they?
Well, it wasn't across the pond yet, right? It was still over in Asia at that point, and the government knew about it and didn't tell anybody. But
Boris couldn't give a fuck.
But for a lot of states, they're bringing back the masks. Mask mandates are back.
Really?
Workplace for a lot of workplaces, depending on, at least for Illinois, depending on which county you live in, however your numbers in your county are, that decides whether or not the workers have to wear masks or not. The customers are still left up to their own devices. But yeah, my wife had to start wearing a mask again, and it's fucking 80, 90 degrees outside in a warehouse. So they're not happy about the masks.
That's no fun at all.
Yeah, over here it's sort of just left up to local government to figure that shit out, and the local government around here isn't competent.
What is the crack when it comes to state by state kind of things? Like, so if you have a mask regulation in one state and you just happen to cross state lines, does that mean you have to obey by your original state or the state that you're in?
The state that you're in.
Okay, that seems a bit weird.
And I believe that is like the general rule for like any law. So that's the whole, going back to like the whole abortion thing. Like some states it's legal, some states it's not. Yeah. It's a big problem that way. But
if you cross state lines and you get an abortion there, then you can be criminalized by.
Right.
But
there are certain states trying to criminalize that. But
question: who criminalizes you? Your home state or the state that you entered?
Home state.
Whatever. Yeah.
The state that has the law prohibiting the activity.
The jurisdiction in which you're doing something illegal.
So that's why it's so stupid that they're trying to shoehorn in these laws where you can't even leave and do it. Like that's like them making a law like I can't fly to Colorado and get high.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I don't get, because like if you go to another state and do something that's legal in that state, but it's illegal by your state, how can you then be? Why don't you just stay there? Just stay in the state where it's legal. They can't come and get you, surely.
No, they can't, because that's out of their jurisdiction.
But you gotta live somewhere when you get there.
But all the states have like extradition treaties with all the other states. So like,
yeah, they'll just ship you over.
For fuck's sake!
Yeah, they'll just scoop you up, take you over.
Is it really a country then? Is it really a country?
And that's why it was so bad with like all that whistleblower shit, where they were trying to like convince people to rat out their neighbors and tell people, so and so went to Planned Parenthood, and they were offering fucking cash bounties on information on people, just trying to get medical services.
Wayne, here's the main problem with all of that. In the Constitution, in the Bill of Rights, the 10th Amendment says that all powers not granted by the Constitution to the federal government go to the state government, which means anything explicitly not given to the federal government as a power, the states get to do whatever they want with.
And can, as a citizen of one state that goes to another state that is breaking a law of the home state, be extradited to the home state on breaking? That's bullshit. That's like me going to fucking Hertfordshire and having a beer where beer is fucking illegal, and then them coming to nick me from the pub and saying, right, no, you're from Essex, you prick, you're going in.
Well, actually, what would happen is you would, if that was America, you would be tried in the county in which you drank. Like, there are dry counties in America. Texas has some, the South has a bunch.
Yeah.
So if you...
Do they call them blue counties? Or is
yeah,
that
there's
blue
a dry
laws?
county in Connecticut too. But if you drank publicly and got caught doing it, and whatever the punishment is, whatever town or jurisdiction you did that in, you would get tried in that town.
It's bullshit.
Speaking of people getting arrested, they done got your girl, man. Sorry, Wayne. Your girl's in the clink, man. Free AOC.
Mikey, I'm just looking for the crowbar you just dropped over.
Man, I'm talking about they done locked her up forever, y'all. She ain't never coming out. We got a Kickstarter going to get AOC out of prison.
Yeah, I'm starting to GoFundMe right now.
For the meantime, y'all can just send us straight to patreon.com/digonamerica. And we'll dig on America. Jesus Christ. The Bin Podcast.
Whoa, you trying to give Dutch money?
No, I don't want to give Dutch money. I'm sorry. I'm sleepy. That's my bad.
Oh my God.
I literally just got done doing that show.
Jartan, did you hear that? Jartan.
No, it's okay. I'll take it out in post.
No, you won't.
We'll just say to the Patreon, Bin Podcast.
It's like totally out of tempo.
Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of people fucking up, AOC pushes back on claims she faked being handcuffed during arrest. Now this went really stupid on Twitter, like right after it happened, where it was like, she's pretending. I'm just looking at it. I'm just like, what is the point of arresting them?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was on a great show called Speaking from the Center.
Ooh.
Yesterday.
Sounds like some sort of bullshit.
Whose show is that?
Oh, that's Tim Bristol, Nolan, and Mark hanging out on Speaking from the Center. So they were protesting outside of what building? Was it the Supreme Court?
It was the Capitol building, the building that she works at. Oh no, that was outside the Supreme Court. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they were outside the Supreme Court, and there was a protest, protesting Roe v. Wade, and a bunch of protesters and some legislators all got arrested. Here's my thing.
Please don't show me.
They had permits to protest. Doesn't that fucking defeat the fucking point?
Yeah.
If I have to get the fucking government's fucking permission to fucking complain about the fucking government? Mm-hmm. First Amendment, my fucking dick. This is so stupid. Why do I need a permit to say you guys suck?
Yeah, this is kind of chiming with me because the RMT have to give 2 weeks notice to strike. So
stupid.
How is it like a proper strike? And then when you do give 2 weeks notice and you get told off for going on strike, you're like, oh, you disrupt the Commonwealth Games. but these are the rules that you set out. Oh, how dare you? They're the rules.
I don't understand.
Same thing.
I don't understand.
Okay, I'll explain quickly, briefly, just as a side note to this. The RMT, Rail, Maritime and Transport Union, have balloted for strike action. To go on strike, they have to give 2 weeks' notice to the government. They did that, and because the date fell on the 27th of July, which is the day before the start of the Commonwealth Games, the media and the government attacked them for saying you're trying to disrupt the Commonwealth Games. No, they balloted and they had to give 2 weeks' notice. The 2 weeks' notice falls on the 27th. That's it. Their rules. And then they complain about their own rules. Same thing here.
What's the Commonwealth Games?
Oh God. It's a games.
How are we supposed to know what the Commonwealth Games are?
We don't have Commonwealths.
It's kind of the Olympics for all the countries that are in the Commonwealth.
All three of them?
Of the former British Empire.
How come we're not invited?
Yeah, how come we didn't get invited?
Canada are.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, we can't get down?
You're just afraid we're going to take all the golds.
That's what it is. We'll win. That's why they don't want us to play. We'll win.
You have got the World Championships in Oregon right now.
For what?
Athletics.
Yeah, but we want to be in the Commonwealth Games. We were a British Commonwealth.
Okay. Well, then just give your shit back and
you guys
come on in.
You guys play football, baseball, basketball?
Oh, you play the World Series, but we're not invited.
Because you guys can't
World Series.
Because you guys can't throw a fucking ball.
Have you ever played cricket?
Cricket is not a baseball. And you guys you fucking bounce it off the fucking ground, first of all. That's a terrible way of throwing.
Tricky as fuck.
Yeah, it's tricky, but it doesn't go very far. Just trying to knock over a little miniature bowling pin from some kid's play set.
You never tried to hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball?
Oh.
Have you ever tried to find a 90-mile-an-hour fucking fastball in cricket?
I showed the clip to a few people. I think I retweeted it. This shortstop picked off a guy running to first base. The fucking ball went from shortstop to first base at 100.5 miles per hour.
Oh my God.
I am the most furious first baseman ever. Like, don't you ever throw that ball at me that hard again.
Yeah,
the hell is wrong with you?
Trying to break my hand?
Like, that's faster than a lot of people can hit the ball.
Wow. But baseball's so fucking boring. As is cricket, by the way.
They're both boring.
Oh, they're terrible.
I think they should add trampolines to both sports.
Yes.
I think that would make it...
And fire.
Okay.
Yes.
The ball should explode.
Yeah.
And then there'll be mini balls inside of it.
Run.
If you hit a 6 in cricket, as soon as it goes beyond the boundary, it explodes.
What the fuck is a 6?
Okay. So in cricket, if you hit the boundary and the ball rolls over the boundary, you hit a 4, automatic 4. If you hit it over the boundary, doesn't touch the ground, it's a 6.
See, cricket sounds complicated, and I think that's what makes it boring. Baseball, all you do is hit the ball, and if someone catches it, you're out. Like, that's it.
You know, baseball is a boring sport when they have to literally go out there and cut the grass in the 7th inning stretch because it's grown so long. They got to go out there and drag the dirt because it's all turned into shale. And then
sorry to go off on a tangent, but isn't there a rule that in is it the 7th innings that they stop serving alcohol in the ground?
That's a newer thing.
Yeah, that's new.
That's recent.
Usually you could
so long.
You could get booze all the way up to the end of the game.
They were noticing that there was a lot of kerfuffle after the games because people were already fucking drunk by the 5th inning. And then they drank until, what's that? We're going into the 12th inning? Fuck yeah, give me another beer. And then they were just
sober up to get home.
So and then there was just piles and piles of drunk people everywhere.
You don't get that at cricket in the UK because basically people turn up at 11 a.m.
11?
get steaming drunk, and then by about 2:30 they're having a kip, right?
Oh, that's good.
And then they'll get lively about 6.
That's a long no.
What? How long does fucking cricket last?
3 days.
Periods. No. There's 5-day test matches.
Stop it.
5-day test match. Yeah.
How could you possibly play a game that long?
I don't
At that
know.
point,
I can't
at that point, they won. Okay.
Yeah.
You win. I'm not playing this game with you anymore. I'm going home. I have responsibilities.
For each ball, you have 6 balls per over, and what happens is you have a fast bowler, or you have a spinner, and what happens is a geezer will run up, he'll throw it, someone will pretend to hit it, and they'll go by 5 players before it gets back to the bowler, and they do the whole process again. It is it's the dullest sport ever.
I'm sorry, none of that made sense.
I glazed over.
The average length of a baseball game is 3 hours.
What the fuck, dude?
Cricket is 5 to 8.
Dear, that's a whole day. That's a whole day. How do you get people to watch? How do you get people to be in a stadium for 8 hours?
I do not know.
That's not a match. That's a matrimony. That is what that is. That is a commitment that they're making to each other, and they're going to be with each other forever. But what is this? Now this reports. AOC is speaking out after being arrested during an abortion rights protest outside the Supreme Court.
Republicans' favorite hobby is to make conspiracy theories out of everything to distract you and keep you from talking about what's actually important, which is the fact that they are trying to take away your right to bodily autonomy. If I was faking that, why would I intentionally fist pump somebody? It's so silly.
So yeah, that was the big thing because she was walking with her hands behind her back. A lot of people were on Twitter saying that she was pretending to be arrested. Police arrested 35 people who attended an abortion rights protest. I thought they couldn't arrest you because you were exercising your First Amendment, whatever. In Washington, D.C. on July 19, 2022, including more than a dozen members of Congress.
I have a feeling that my community is going to have my back on this one.
There's some bad audio going on there.
On my side?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was very staticky. It was the video.
Okay. Let me turn it down a bit. Better?
That's better,
Yeah.
I'm paid.
When do we want it?
Tomorrow.
Later.
Cash, baby.
So she got a $50 ticket. It says here for crowding, obstructing, or incommoding. Did we ever look that up? What that means?
No, we never looked it up.
We meant to. We wanted to yesterday, and then we quickly forgot about it.
Yes. Incommoding. It means to
install a toilet.
Illegally installation of the toilet.
Rogue toilet installers.
Do you want to poop here? Don't matter. You can.
I'm doing it.
Bosh.
Another word for incommode is inconvenience or annoy.
Oh, so she got a $50 ticket for being annoying?
Yeah, she got a $50 ticket for being annoying.
I'm never going to DC. I ain't got cash like that. The way my account is set up.
She got a $50 ticket for being a hassle.
Well, there you go.
That's some bullshit.
Well, there you go, right wingers. She knew she wasn't handcuffed. So you can calm your Brocephus self down.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. In time.
And I'm sure like the Capitol Police didn't want to put members of Congress in jail.
I mean, honestly, I get why people protest, but at the same time, I'm not standing there with a bunch of other people who are supposed to be protecting my rights. If I think for a second that they hadn't done everything they could to protect my rights before all this shit happened, then there's no way I'm going to stand there with them now and get a $50 annoyance ticket. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, I get being upset about things, but you also have to remember that you're not like, that doesn't do anything. Like, you just gave DC $50. That's all that was.
She'll get that back in expenses.
Right. So, I mean, if it's a business transaction or if you're trying to do it for clout, you're trying to do it for attention or whatever. Yeah, I get that. But you're not overturning anything.
Yeah.
By getting arrested. There's no utility in you getting arrested.
And I'm guessing the right are kind of labeling this as virtue signaling.
Which it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, I mean, the right do stupid shit like that, but usually they don't get anything for it. They just get like a, well, we're still investigating. Soon we'll be able to. The investigation continues on trying to figure out how 3 billion people stormed the Capitol. We'll never know.
They deleted the text messages. How are we ever going to know?
Scientists to this day are still debating on how they got into the Capitol.
Man. So, okay. Because we live in a weird world where that kind of shit does actually happen, there was a Harvard study to determine why people storm the Capitol, and the answer is Trump. So I assume a political scientist from Harvard decided to compile all the data on all the court cases to find out what these people were saying about why they went to the Capitol. And about 50% of them either said Trump or they were going to try and overturn the election.
Right.
And if I remember correctly, 7% of them said violence. They just wanted to go there and commit violent acts.
You got riled up, man.
And there was like, I don't know, another 15 or 20% that said they wanted to start another civil war. So there you go.
Black people have been warning y'all. We've been trying to tell y'all that these little motherfuckers is radicalized. They're on some bullshit. Oh, there was a couple of Chicago cops that got caught up in that shit. Like they left. Yeah. They were active duty police officers, and they, on their days off, they drove up to fucking DC and got themselves all right. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we're making it up. Okay. Okay.
But I love the dudes that were like, you know, clearly it wasn't like the Proud Boys or the Oath Keepers or anything like that. It was just like random people. But all the dudes like dressed up as Oath Keepers and Proud Boys, who are they? What are they doing there?
The guy with the Proud Boy t-shirt on.
Exactly. Or the dudes dressed in like full fucking military gear.
Tactical shit.
Yeah, their tactical gear in formation going up the steps. Like, who the fuck are those guys? They look like Proud Boys to me.
And the last guy who, I forget his name, the last guy who testified, who was one of the Oath Keepers or whatever. I don't know if you remember this, Wayne. You remember the Bundy Ranch and that whole fiasco? You're muted, sir.
I remember that.
You're muted, sir.
You're still muted.
So, yes, the Clive and Bundy fiasco. Yes, I remember that very well.
That's when Homeboy joined.
Really?
He was up there with them. And I warned everybody back then. And everybody thought I was so reactionary because I was like, black people would never be able to hold up in a government facility with guns pointed at the police officers, had several shootouts with police officers and allowed to stay there. And then remember they fucking sent them the fucking big box of dildos because they were asking for fucking supplies. So everybody started sending them fucking dildos, mailing them over to the fucking the facility.
I made this comment to you earlier. Well, it would be last night to you and earlier this morning for me on our sister show, Dig on America. If you try to storm the Houses of Parliament as a group of people, you would get
clapped
shot
up
the fuck. Right, we are soft as fuck over here. For people that don't know, our police officers are not routinely armed. The most armed that they are with tasers. But if you try to storm the Houses of Parliament, you would just get Done.
Ba-dum,
You're done.
ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
You cannot. I cannot even fathom how you could get that close to the state legislature without being stopped, accosted, or shot. Like if you, I'm telling you now, if you jump the gate at the Houses of Parliament anywhere at any point, you would be shot, minimum tasered, but you would be done. If you jump the wall at Buckingham Palace, you're done. All right, but
Well, I mean that would be the same at like if you, I mean, you could try and storm the Capitol building, I guess, but if you went to the White House and like jumped the gate,
oh, you're done.
that would be it. Yeah, that would be it for you, man.
Yeah, but the if you were to equate the White House with Buckingham Palace and the Houses of Parliament with the Capitol, the Capitol and the House of Parliament, you cannot get in that place at all. There are armed police just milling about all the way around there.
So technically, there are armed police milling about the Capitol building as well, but
yeah, but they're opening gates, pricks.
There were even barriers and whatnot left over from when Biden did his inauguration speech. Like there were barriers between the Capitol building and the protesters. They just fucking went over them. Like there were walls put up and everything. And the week before January 6th, the National Guard were still there. But they left shortly after that because they weren't protecting the inauguration speech anymore. But like there were several National Guard battalions deployed to DC for Biden's inauguration. Like the DC was very militarized for a couple of weeks, and then the week after it wasn't. There was an attempted coup.
Well, there you go, and that shows kind of how complacent DC are when it came to.
Sorry, I had that wrong. It was the other way around. After January 6th, they invited the National Guard for the inauguration speech because the inauguration was the 20th.
Yeah, because they put in all the barriers. They put in all the barriers.
So they were about to use them.
Yeah, there was nothing, and then January 6th happened, and then they're like, oh shit, we have to have these buildings guarded.
I mean, they had the National Guard out there in the summer when they were doing the summertime marches. Those motherfuckers was 8 rows deep on them same steps that those assholes were going out. There was 8 rows deep because they're like, no Black Lives Matter getting in this motherfucker. Not riding up in here.
Now,
6 months later.
Producer Mikey, if you could do me a favor and pull up the House of Parliament perimeter on Google Maps and compare it to.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that in my search history. Yeah, I don't know. Weighing my options right now.
Just Google Maps. Just Google Street View. That's all you're doing.
I can't do that either. I'm already on this Truth Social site. I can't imagine what the NSA is thinking of me.
That's the other fucking part. They knew that they were coming. They telegraphed the shit out of this. Their digital footprint was everywhere that they were coming in there. And AOC, I know
or Telegram.
And I know I was digging out AOC for fucking this publicity stunt for her $50 fucking ticket, which did nothing. But she brought up some good points. She was getting heckled. I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago, where the guy was like, literally, she's like, there were literal cops letting these people in. We said we were going to investigate that, and now everyone's moving past it like we don't have time now. I don't feel fucking safe here. Because there's cops on the inside letting people working with these motherfuckers, and everyone's ignoring me. So I hear that part of it.
And during the January 6th Capitol stuff, some of the Capitol Police were like taking pictures with the protesters and doing like live streams, like, hey, they were in on it, man.
Yeah.
Like not all the Capitol Police were getting beaten. Some of them were just letting them in.
Some of them were friends. All right, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We will see you guys very soon. Bye. And swish, swash, woo. There we go. I like this new one. I like this. Ushka bibble. What's up, this apostate? What's up, Paul? How are you? Welcome everybody back to the Bin Podcast. Wayne, you look a lot less glistening than you did on Tuesday. On the hot tag, Twitch's newest, hottest wrestling podcast. If you guys haven't seen it, you should check it out if you're a wrestling fan. You're in a drought, mate.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you know how bad of a drought? Have you seen the drought quantized on a map?
No, I have not, if I'm honest.
Well, let's take a little peek into your neck of the woods.
Oh no.
That's an Al Roker reference for all the cool kids.
It's not great. Al Roker.
So what this is the UK Centre for Ecology and Hydrology.
Whoa. Dick Van Moon Knight, calm your tits down.
I love it. So what this is a map of merry old England.
Britain.
England.
No, Britain, because the Welsh and the Scots and the Irish, Northern Irish, get offended when you say it's just England.
Are they here?
Yeah, me.
You're not Welsh.
Don't you live in the other side of the country?
It don't matter, mate. I'm all about brotherhood.
Oh, you stand in solidarity with the Pop de Ping crew. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I still can't believe you didn't believe that was a thing.
It was a bit, Wayne. I was playing it up.
I know, but you still...
You're talking about K-Fab, all right? You can't talk about it.
Wayne.
I've become
Take it down a notch.
I've become sentient.
Take it down a notch.
I'm taking his wrestling. I'm taking his wrestling words and butchering them.
He tried.
You gave me your baby, and now you have to watch me destroy it.
Tim, talk to him. Talk to him. I can't look at him.
Listen, he knows what kayfabe means. It's all over, man.
It's the singularity.
I'm done.
So this UK Center for Ecology and Hydrology. I have a little map here, and then what it's showing, let me explain what it's showing, especially for you audio people who can't see any of this. It's a map of Britain, and it's very red and orange.
Yes.
A little pink in there, a little from spot to spot.
A little gammon.
So it says this is a visualized standardized precipitation index since 1961 in a monthly step. Results since 2015 are provisional. Right. So what's the standardized precipitation index, you might ask? The standardized precipitation index is a widely used index to characterize meteorological drought on a range of timescales. On short timescales, the SPI is closely related to soil moisture, while at longer timescales, the SPI can be related to groundwater and reservoir storage. The SPI can be compared across regions with markedly different climates. It quantifies observed precipitation as a standardized departure from a selected probability distribution function that models around. So it quantifies how much rain you're actually getting and keeping, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, on Speaking from the Center, I inaccurately reported that I thought that I didn't read it all the way through and absorb it correctly. I thought it just meant that you guys were like a couple of good rains behind.
No.
You guys, let's zoom in here. We're gonna zoom in on Wessex and Essex. I just saw Wessex.
Oh, I've seen Last Kingdom.
Don't you fucking dox me.
No, I don't even know how to find you, to be honest.
I'm waving.
Oh, okay. Let me just zoom in. But if you look, London's right here in the center of our screen here.
You're quite close.
Stop talking, Wayne. Stop saying things to confirm nor deny your location. I'm not doing it on purpose. That's just what
Wayne.
Wayne's is like, zoom in, up to the left. Oh, you've doxed me.
I'm Wayne San Diego.
Where in the world? Oh my God, that a cappella group from Carmen San Diego, they were amazing.
Yo, that was the best.
They were outstanding. But pretty much all of this is 1.5 to 2 standard deviations negative.
Yeah, so we were just talking about this before we came back, and being 2 standard deviations away from normal is bad.
Very bad.
It's super bad.
All the bad.
Because and I looked a little bit more into this because I do statistics, but I forget what things are. A standard deviation. So think of a bell curve.
Mm-hmm.
The mean is the center of the bell curve, and 1 standard deviation is like either side of the mean, and then 2 standard deviations is further than that. So you're so far off the scale for what the average rainfall should be that you are in like the bottom 5% of rainfalls. That's what you're saying there. Like you have so below average rainfall that it really statistically shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be that low. Just the math says you should have gotten rain by now.
You're so far outside like the yearly variance of rainfall that it's almost statistically impossible for that to happen.
Yeah, and
you guys rolled a nat 1.
The southeast tip of the UK has always been kind of problematic in the sense of we always get the best weather, we always create the most money because London is the monetary powerhouse of the UK, yet we have to deal with this shit as well. I'd rather this than living in the Outer Hebrides, which is kind of grim. But yeah, this is not great. But the area that you're highlighting now, this is like the Suffolk and Sussex Downs. Sorry, not Suffolk, Surrey and Suffolk. Surrey Downs and Sussex Downs. Suffolk is like
all of your names for things are ridiculous. You can't even say them.
Not even you believe your names.
Because Sussex and Surrey are right next door to each other, and Suffolk is like in a completely different county. Well, it is a completely different county. But
we named the town Surrey.
Surrey.
The Canadians.
No, Surrey is the county. Surrey.
Oh, well, you're spelling sorry wrong, first of all. And why would you name an entire county after an apology? Who are you apologizing for?
No,
I bet that's where Canadians come from.
Surrey. Surrey.
Oh, do you mean Surrey? You named an entire county after an Apple product?
You named an entire county after Tom Cruise's daughter?
I can't cope.
We've broken him.
I feel bullied.
So yeah, it's not great. How are you holding up in your melted crib?
Well, as you can see, I'm still sweating. I've finally opened the windows up.
You need to capture that sweat and put it in the ground, I guess.
Yeah, don't be so wasteful. You guys are gonna
First, you're gonna have to distill it to get all the salt out of there, and then you got to put it in the ground.
I was about to say, do you guys have desalination centers in the UK? Because it might be that time.
Well, we can turn our taps on and drink the water that comes out of it.
No, but your ground needs water.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm just saying, y'all should just take some of that ocean water, boil that salt out of it.
No,
capture that vapor.
But this is the thing. Where we are, we live in such a polarized extreme. We'll have the ridiculous summer like we had on Tuesday. Like literally, summer was Tuesday, and 40 degrees Celsius, which is 104 in your weird language.
I think you mean freedom music.
That happened like one day. Right, the rest of the summer will be like an average, but then when it comes to the winter, we'll have a few days of extreme cold, and you'll have Trisha.
What's extreme? What's extreme cold?
Yeah, what's extreme cold?
Below our level of tolerance. So our rail tracks.
Give me a number.
Okay, I'm going to give you
a roundabout number, like
no,
ballpark.
I gotta translate it, so I'm trying to griff.
Okay, I know you are annoying. So our tolerance for rail travel is 38 Celsius. We went to 40. Like everything shut down, and the entire train line shut down from London to Edinburgh. Entire train line shut down. It was too hot. Couldn't do it because our steel has not been calibrated to withstand that sort of heat. It's designed to take the cold that we get, but that heat is extreme. So when it comes to extreme cold, yeah, we're not calibrated for that either. So,
what? You never answered because I have to Google what the difference is from Celsius to Fahrenheit. How cold is your cold?
Our cold, I believe, is -4 is our train lines in Celsius. So I don't
Are
know
you
what that is
fucking joking right now?
Cold.
Are you kidding me? That's not even cold, dude. Oh man, we got to bring you over.
It's not cold until you get to like, I don't know, 10.
Yeah, but the thing is, we have an average, and our mean is what we target our infrastructure to.
So Wayne, you're doing this thing. Wait, hold on. You're doing this thing again where you're answering this weird like call-in question. What is the coldest temperature Wayne has felt in the UK? I don't give a fuck about the rest of your fucking country. I want to know what you experience. You're my co-host. I'm talking to you, friend. What's the coldest day? The coldest, like,
probably -4.
That's really the coldest it's ever been for you.
Yeah.
That's you. I don't know if you can make it here, Wayne. It gets hotter and colder here, and there's tornadoes and guns.
I know, and
hurricanes.
But the thing
and
is,
hurricanes.
Mikey. The thing is, that is the frustrating thing for us Brits, because we know that. We look at our people, our friends internationally, and we go, why can't we calibrate our shit to that? We know that our friends have that issue. When it like the slightest thing, we have this like sweet spot. That's where we live. Anywhere higher than that, anywhere lower than that, we're fucked.
So
country shuts down.
You guys are Texas.
Oh, we're done.
So I will say that Wayne's pretty right, because in Ireland it's basically the same thing. Like the temperature really never gets above 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and it never really gets below like maybe 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Maybe at night it gets close to freezing, but they were talking about like it snows there every once in a while. Like every 5 years they have a really deep cold, and then that's it. And every 5 years they have a really hot summer, and then that's it. Like every day that I was in Ireland in the spring, it was between 50 and 65 degrees every single day. And the temperature was always the same.
That's 10 or 18 degrees for Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's and that's the temperature they feel really all the time.
Y'all are spoiled.
And yeah, that's why the extremes, when the extremes come, we're fucked.
Because we were talking on Speaking from the Center yesterday, like all of us Midwesterners, our homes, Wayne, you would be proud. It could be, it has literally been negative 50 degrees outside, and I was wearing shorts in my house.
As long as you do your best to save the planet, then I'm proud of you.
But that's all of us. Like that's all of us in the Midwest, and anybody with these like extreme weather situations. Like our houses are built to literally be like little space pods that you can go drop down on Mars somewhere. They're almost completely insulated. And and Wayne, you need to start to charge to push for fucking central aircon. God, y'all need that so bad. You gotta have it.
Mikey,
tear down all the houses, rebuild them, and make sure you put central air in there. Because y'all, hey, if there's one thing that even Top Gear comments that there is nothing better on this planet, nothing more efficient on this planet than an American air conditioner.
Oh yeah, I got that central air, and it is just great.
I disagree.
Every car that they get, they said, "Oh, at least the fat Americans made this when the AC is blasting my juice." Like it's always they always compliment us on our ACs.
Okay. Cooling wise, yes, but heating wise, yous are well far behind because it's all about underfloor on every scale.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Sounds expensive.
No, it doesn't. Because if you have a slinky, which is the rail that runs underneath your floor, that's your radiance grill. So if you're in your room where you are right now, if you think that every part of your floor is irradiating heat, that is more efficient than one little unit in a corner blowing out heat, trying to heat up that entire space.
That makes sense.
Well,
How can I get that? I want that.
But we don't do that. It's
called underfloor heating.
Yeah, put it in my house, Wayne. How much will that cost?
$10.
Well, for me to fly over.
Yeah.
With it on my back.
Well, no, Wayne, that'd be stupid. Just buy it when you're here.
Yeah.
Don't be silly, Wayne.
Mikey, I'm trying. It's a tax write-off.
I know, but still, we gotta pay for it first.
I got 2 floors.
Okay.
But you do that in like fancy bathrooms. Like if you have a nice bathroom, you have like heated tile, which is nice when you got to take a shower in the winter.
The best thing for you to do, especially in like spaces where you get a lot of sun, is an air source heat pump pinned with underfloor heating, a solar array, and a capacitor or a battery, so to speak, in your roof space. That's the best way to sort your heating problems out. And
solar's a myth.
No, it's not.
Solar's fake news.
Don't even comment with me. I'm gonna no.
But I think the UK is in a lot of the same position that Texas finds itself in, where climate
change. It gets hot in Texas.
Well, their reason for melting down is because they're fucking greedy. Holy shit, they're fucking greedy.
Heat does not equate to photovoltaic fucking energy.
No. Texas's problem is that their power grid is made of shit.
Yes.
And
shit that conducts electricity.
Yeah. Now, like when it was super cold and they couldn't get electricity, that was a problem because Texas doesn't normally get that cold. But now it's too hot for the Texas power grid. What the fuck are they doing over there?
It doesn't do anything. But that's what happens when you privatize everything.
Exactly, because it's all short-term gamism. It's like, how much money can we get out of this in the next 5 years? Okay, right, we'll invest. And then, it's gone to shit. Oh, never mind, we'll pull out. That is a problem with markets today. That is, if you want to do this is horrible to say, but China have the best fucking long-term investment ideas because they're looking at more than the short-termism of our political system. They're looking like 1,000 years in the future. That's why they're buying up roads in
Africa.
Exactly.
Well, that's how the Chinese always operate.
Yeah.
That's how they've always operated through history. Is like they always play the long game. Always.
Yeah.
Very patient.
But because we play the short game, unfortunately, we are going to miss out because we're looking at, I want to be re-elected. Oh, I can only do 2 terms. Oh, what's the point then? So people just give up.
That's why China was like, fuck term limits. I got projects to complete.
Exactly.
I'm finishing this.
Do you remember Command and Conquer Generals? It's like,
that's Tim's world.
It was always the propaganda towers and all that crap.
That's Tim's bag. Tim's a big Command and... Did you play Command and Conquer, Tim?
I played a little Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
Command and Conquer Generals was the best one.
You remember Commandos? I'm gonna have to play that again. Commandos.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to re-download that somewhere.
Should we do a crunching gear change then, Mikey?
Wait, before we do that.
Yes.
We can talk about our grand leader.
I have a continuation of a story from yesterday on Speaking from the Center.
Oh, yes. Please.
Okay,
Please do fill in.
Last night on Speaking from the Center, I joined a website, a social media website called Truth Social.
Trump's social media website.
It's Trump's social media website, and
I do not approve.
So the genesis of this was basically we saw a clip of someone on YouTube trying to get banned from the site as quickly as possible. They said they could do it in under a minute, and they did, but it kind of looked, pretty obvious that it was a fake. Like, he didn't actually get banned. Yeah, I think he signed up for the account and then he put, "I think women are people," or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And then it was like banned. So I was like, is that actually possible? So I created an account on the site.
What's the name of the account?
The name of my account, hold on, the name of my profile is Peacemaker420Blazin. And my bio is "I'm Team America, fuck yeah." And so we started, putting out. Now, they're not tweets or Facebook posts or anything. They're called truths. When you post, it's called you're posting a truth. So we started posting truths.
Hey, Tim, what's the #1 hashtag on Truth Social?
Hashtag truth.
I am gonna. While you're talking, I'm gonna go on Truth Social and set my own one up right now. Let's see if I get banned before you do.
So
just put your picture on their way.
Yeah. Our first. There's a lot of Nazis on.
I'm telling you, Wayne. You go in there, they're gonna ban your ass just for being brown.
Yeah, it's not great.
They're fucking awful, dude.
Our first truth is the Sega Dreamcast is the best gaming console ever. Hashtag 420Blazin. Now, I got progressively more progressive with with my truths.
See what you did there.
And let's see, what else we put on here.
Can I just sorry, Tim, just to interject. The downfall of the Sega Dreamcast was the controller was too square.
Shut up! It was the best gaming console ever.
Shut your dirty whore mouth, Wayne.
You could play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on it.
The only thing that killed the Sega Dreamcast is they're like, I'm not putting a DVD player in there. No one wants a DVD player. And PlayStation 2 came out a month later, and they were like, fuck.
DVD player.
Fuck.
Let's see. I put "I think women are people" because that was the original post.
You monster.
I also put "I think the earth is round." Hashtag 420Blazin. And then I added Newsmax. Newsmax is a profile on here, so I got them involved, and I said, "I think global warming is real." Hashtag 420Blazin. And then still nothing. And then I created a poll, and no one has voted in this poll yet. I don't know why, but the poll is Joe Biden, great president, or greatest president?
Question for the ages.
It is a question for the ages. And then we got some people. So if anyone listening to the bin wants to post a truth, I will put it on my account, and we'll see what happens. Currently, before I didn't have any responses, and now I do.
Is it Blazin or Blazing?
I believe it is 420Blazin. There's no G. No G's ever.
I put it in the chat in case anybody wants to add us on Truth. Add Tim on Truth Social.
So my last couple of truths, I put hashtag truth. I think the British should take us back. They were right. We were wrong. Hashtag 420Blazin, at Kid Rock, at Team Trump. And that got me some responses.
What they say?
There we go.
What'd they have to say, Tim?
Someone said, "You are welcome to leave."
Ooh, you don't like it, you can go.
Yeah, someone said, "Well, bye."
Ooh. Okay, bye.
At Conserve Truth said, "Well, bye." Someone quoted a Bible verse at me for, what are they replying to here? Oh, I put hashtag truth, climate change is real and it's man-made.
Hang on. Tim, was that Bible truth? Austin 3:16 said, "I just kicked your ass."
No, they send me. Let's see. This Bible quote is Genesis 8:22.
Oh, that's not Austin at
damn it.
all.
No,
That's
it's
bullshit.
not. It's not.
Bullshit.
I don't even know
Genesis
that one.
8:22 is, as long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, heat and cold, summer and winter, day and night will never cease.
Duh.
Wow.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. As long as time exists, time will exist.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, great. Yeah, as long as the earth exists, it'll continue to exist. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for that tip. The earth is here. Look.
Yeah. In response to my truth about how Britain should take us back, someone called me the enemy. Someone else said, "We will gladly turn you over." And someone replied to that saying, "Yes, we will."
Ooh.
Tim, come on in. Come on in, love. Come on. Come on.
Someone said, "The new shills have arrived from across the pond already." God only knows what the fuck that means.
You know, the new shills. You know about them. You heard about them on Fox. There's them Brits coming over here, you know, part of Antifa.
Someone responded to that saying, "Yeah, the tea and crumpet crew."
Oh, you gonna let them say that, Wayne? You got to get on there and respond, bro. You can't let them just walk around talking about your crumpets like that. What the hell? Who they think they are?
I'm ready. It's go time.
Someone replied to it, "Yeah, sent to attack us. We can't go back to sleep though, so their efforts are futile."
Resistance is
futile. Oh yeah, because we are Borg.
Mm-hmm. Fuck if I know what that means. Let's
brilliant.
see.
Oh, this
and the newest one is wait. Can you please elaborate how you think they're right? I'd be glad to hear this.
Oh shit.
That's from a Brit. I guarantee that's from a Brit. Reply to that.
All right, Wayne. What is my reply?
Well, look how we did on our own. We fucked up the world.
Who is we?
Something in that kind of, you know, that vein.
I just lightning has just hit my brain. Hey, yeah. Tim, what if you kept switching who the subject of the pronoun was? So you keep saying we, but you keep talking about the United States and the UK in the same breath.
No, just use us in a really bad way.
Yeah, just keep using us, but don't describe who, like, don't give any clues about which country you're talking about.
Okay, all right.
So then they're like, you know what I mean? Like, we're setting the trap.
This is what defines us. But no context.
We could never let them do that to us again. All we could do was try our best, and it was never good enough.
If it weren't for them, we could never be us.
Yeah, if it weren't for them, you know what we are? We're a bunch of fucking kids in the back of the class fucking drawing in blacked out teeth in our textbooks. That's what we are. Putting the fucking...
Spitballs at the nerds in front of us.
Putting like mustaches on all the historical figures.
Oh man, I put if it weren't for them, there couldn't be us. Hashtag.
Hashtag 420Blazin.
Resistance is futile.
Hashtag Lacutus.
Yes. Hashtag Professor X.
This guy's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Hashtag Dune.
He's sitting there in his dressing gown, all dirty with like custard stains down it. And, excuse me, what level mage are you?
Don't you make fun of us D&D nerds? How dare you? How dare you? Don't drag us down there. It's hard enough as it is. Oh, and this from Canadian Ollie-Man, Tim, I don't know if you saw this. New truth for you to post. Britta's a bee. Hashtag take it, Pierce.
Oh, yeah. It's already on. It's going on there right now.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hashtag truth.
Speaking about hashtag truth, Wayne, over on your side of things, what?
Hang on, I've
the
got to shut
thickening?
my windows because the neighbours have let the dogs out.
We can't hear it. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
It's probably 0.
Knives out. Bitter rivalries. The battle for Britain's Prime Minister is now in the knockout round. First up, the establishment candidate, Rishi Sunak.
I am so fucking beside myself that they got this B-roll footage of people in a fucking boxing gym. Like, were they just waiting for, like, all right, we gotta find a way to use this footage. We got to.
Mikey, as I watched this earlier, this is contrived. This is absolutely contrived.
Like, why does the news kick off with a fucking Rocky montage? Like, what are they doing?
Yep.
CNN continues.
Slick. Some say too slick, former chancellor. Worked in investment banking, Oxford and Stanford educated, fiscal conservative, calling tax cut promises.
It's a fairy tale.
In the other corner, hawkish Foreign Secretary Liz Truss, who says that she'll call Putin out directly. Remainer turned Brexiteer, libertarian, pro-tax cuts, sometimes gaffe-prone.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
What is that cringy ass face? What the hell? If you guys are on the audio, I apologize, but you need to get your ass over here on the Twitch or check out the episode on Monday on YouTube.
We'll put the link in our description.
This lady is she's an android.
No, she's a malfunctioning android.
I'm gaffe-prone.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Oh my God. Several high-profile government positions.
Big creepy grin.
I am ready to be Prime Minister from day one.
I will be your queen.
It's been a dizzying fortnight in British politics. First, the resignation of Boris Johnson.
But them's... It's in the thing. I didn't push it. It's in the thing. I didn't push it.
Calm down, Mikey.
I'm so excited.
Mikey, get your ventilator.
I get to hear it organically.
In British politics.
Look at
First, the resignation of Boris Johnson.
But them's the breaks.
Triggering a leadership contest in which candidates pounded each other. 10 days of knockouts and dropouts as Conservative members of Parliament voted in 5 rounds, shrinking a field of 11 potential Prime Ministers to 2, choosing not just a leader of their party, but a Prime Minister too. The public punch-up within the Tory party has been nothing but damaging.
Rishi, you have raised taxes to the highest level in 70 years.
I'll cut this tax, that tax, and another tax, and it will all be okay. But you know what? It won't.
Sorry, Kimmy, I have been on the front line.
Wait, was that an answer?
I think that was. Wayne, you guys are doing it all wrong.
I agree.
Yeah, it's...
You need a 2-year-long campaign.
There you go.
No,
Like
we do it in 6 weeks.
With like 30 candidates.
There you go.
No. And then they all drop out in like 6 months, and then the other year and a half is just 2 guys talking about how the other guy's a horrible bastard.
Tim, did you see last week's show, which explains how this works?
I didn't, because I was working on the food truck.
Okay, that's fair dues. Please go back and watch it, but I'll explain it anyway. So you have Boris Johnson has resigned, and then you have people throwing their hat into the ring to say, there you go. Prick. I swear to God, if I'm going to find that button, I'm going to make a physical manifestation of it and shove it into your eye.
Them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks. So what happens is...
But them's the breaks. I
so
thought I missed one.
After a Prime Minister resigns, you have a replacement campaign. And any MP can put their hat into the ring, but they have to be supported by a certain amount of people to go into the next round of the knockout round of.
So your elections are a game show? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, it's like X Factor. It's so bad, and it's not democratic at all.
So, all right, I do have an actual genuine question. Why can't it be
Okay.
anyone?
It has to be an MP. It has to be a sitting MP.
But why can't you? Why can't you do it?
Them's the rules. Because I have not been elected to Parliament.
So only members of Parliament can be involved in this race.
Because they have to be a member of the party that is in charge. So this is where the parliamentary system is different from the presidential system. So when you elect a president, you elect a person. When you elect a party, you elect the leader of the overall majority party. So what's going on? What's going on here is Boris Johnson is in charge of the overall majority party. He's resigned. His replacement then becomes the default prime minister. And these people, as they're all elected MPs, can throw their hat into the ring. And as long as at the start of it, they had 20 MPs backing them, they then progressed to the next round. And they were garnering votes from the party. And then the two winners, which is Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss, they go head to head, and that is the only people that can vote for them are the Tory party members. So it's democratic, but it's not democratic. So our new prime minister will be elected by the Tory party members and not the general public.
Well, so they're only going to be elected by the members of Parliament.
No. The members of
side.
The members of, like, if you're a Democrat, you can only vote for it.
It's like if we had a primary and the winner of the primary won president.
Correct.
Yeah, like your closed caucuses.
They do primaries of their setting, like senators.
Jesus. That would be like if we had a president, they got impeached. I won't say which one.
Trump.
And shut up.
Please don't.
And he was removed from office, and instead of having the next person in line
Ladies
become
and gentlemen,
president,
good.
We got him. So instead of having the next, like, say, Pence become president, it would be a whole new election for president, and
of
Republicans from the Republican Party.
Correct.
Yeah.
All the Republican House members would then get together and decide who gets to be the next president.
Do you know how fast Trump would have fucking been impeached and removed from office if one of the other Republicans could become president immediately?
And
So-
how many members of Parliament do you guys have?
386, I believe.
Small potatoes.
Well, I mean, like on like the Republican side, or on the Tory side.
Oh,
what's the
I would say, well, 80 more than the rest. I don't know. I don't know.
So like 2/3.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like, dude, because for us, if that would have happened like in the House, where like the House would elect amongst itself, like the House Republicans would vote amongst themselves to get a new Republican president. I'm talking about this would be the slimiest TMZ fucking ditch digging. It would be the nastiest election thing ever. It would be so gross if we did that over here.
You have your system when you have the senators and you have the what's the other ones? Congressmen.
The House
Reps. They're completely separate. We have the House of Lords, which is completely. They just go over there and just take their money and get paid for doing fuck all.
Like the Senate.
But it's all about the MPs. The MPs are the ones that do it, and they only do it to service the Lords. And the Lords are like, oh, am I going to get paid or am I not? And they'll say yes to certain bits of bills that go through, and they'll say no. The only reason they'll say no is if they're not going to get paid. It's a completely corrupt system.
The United States legislature used to work that way. Like, politically, it used to work that way, where a bill would be presented, and then everyone else would add on a little thing saying, "Oh, I need this amount of money for a military base in my district."
Yeah.
Or I need this amount of money for something for roads in my district. And then they'd all, they'd vote on the bill because they all got a piece of whatever. And then they did away with that.
Is that
in like
earmarks?
2000. Yeah, it was earmarks. We called it pork barrel spending. And they did away with that. And now nobody wants to fucking do anything for anyone because nobody gets anything out of it.
But this is what we're left with. This is what we're left with. We are left with such a corrupt, like, if Boris Johnson had any fucking gumption, any like any just,
but them's the
fucking
breaks.
thank you, Mikey. If he had any sort of like, if he had any bollocks about him, he would say, "Do you know what? Fuck it. You're calling me out. Let's have a general election. See what the public think now." But he didn't, because he's looking after his own mates. Because he knows full well.
And that's also that's also foreign to us, that the prime minister will just call for an election. Like that's buck wild to us, because elections through our constitution happen on this day from this time to this time, and like you know what I mean, it's all prescribed. Like no one can just call for an election. Like we don't even, like, that's not even a thing here.
Yeah, and there's only certain states where you can do recall elections, where if you think like the California governor is fucking up too much, you can try and recall him. But there has to be a vote for that, and then there has to be the election itself.
Yeah.
But we have a thing where people can change their minds. So if we have enough groundswell behind a certain motion, then we can call for it. Like we can call for a general election at any time. There is the Fixed Term Parliament Act, which can be overruled by any prime minister. If a prime minister calls a general election, it's a general election. But the Fixed Term Parliament Act means that you have 5 years to serve your 5 years is the term of any parliament. But if the prime minister or the government in situ at the time calls for a vote of no confidence in that prime minister, they can call for a general election. That's why if you look at all of our different prime ministers over the years, there's no, whereas yours, it's consistent in every year. It's 4 years, isn't it, in America?
4 for the House and 6 for the Senate.
No, but president is 4 years.
4 for a presidential term.
So it's always 4 years. It's always every 4 years. You can tell any time there's been a new president. Whereas over here,
there's been a couple of times where like presidents have been assassinated, or like Nixon got impeached and then. Or no, he resigned, right? He resigned before he could get prosecuted.
Before the impeachment, yeah.
Well, he was impeached. We always say that wrong. He was impeached, but he wasn't charged with anything. Like impeachment is just bringing him up on the charges.
So there are anomalies in your constitution, whereas ours, it's a case of any prime minister can call a general election at any time, and Boris Johnson called a general election to reinforce his mandate. And he got an 80-seat majority within Parliament, basically based on Brexit. But he did it at a very opportune moment. And then once he did that, he thought, "Oh, I'm untouchable. I'm fucking like Teflon fucking Boris." Unfortunately, he got found out massively.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He got found out and he had to bow out. So, Mikey, if you want to cue
I've been on
Afghanistan not in government.
and Iraq. It's not just wrong; it's dangerous.
It is a fight to the death. It's a political death match. And
my boy is hot. That wool suit on.
It's a little warm.
He's standing on College Green outside Parliament. And that is where all the press assemble to do outside broadcasts. The MPs come out of a particular gate there, and they literally queue up and do a round of all the different press
How How very British. A nice orderly
Yeah, right.
line. Tut tut. Who's got the next question?
We love queuing.
The final two. And given
Love
how
a good
nasty
queue.
it's been so far, I think we can only expect it to get nastier.
Who wins the last round will be up to less than 200,000 Conservative Party members.
Rishi Sunak is the clear favourite. He's had
Right,
MPs.
Oh my God. All of this just so she can fucking punch up some fucking...
This was the thing that done me. When I pulled this clip up, I was like, so this bird has been doing all this background PT for her own piece. And then look at me, I'm double hard.
Oh, she's over there punching the fucking guy, the trainer with the gloves.
Hanging up on a turnbuckle like this.
That's quite the big reveal.
You know what? I like her fucking style. I have flipped 180 degrees. I am all about that. We should do this from now on, where we'll just be showing wrenches and oil, and then I'm just under the hood of the fucking Mini Cooper. It's like, so what we're talking about with global warming is
we need to find out who this is. So we need to give her full props because this is an actual event. She's set this up.
This is a good shoot.
She's gone out there with a producer. She's gone out there with a cameraman, a sound guy, and said, "Right, get this shot, get this angle." She is literally staged this entire thing.
If she doesn't get an Oscar this year, I'm boycotting.
Honorable mention.
Having served as Boris Johnson's Chancellor for 2 years, he is most closely.
She thinks she's fucking Michelle Rodriguez. On the new film Fast and Faster. I got a bad attitude. I do whatever I want. I'm a renegade. Hey.
But the thing is, her arms are thinner than the ropes. Just saying. Call me a bad man.
You're a bad man.
Okay. Accurate.
Did Mikey leave us?
Maybe.
I think he did.
Oh.
All right. Well, he's gone. Let's talk about him.
All right. Oh, hang on. What's going on here?
Oh, sorry about that. The fucking dog and cat decided to start a war underneath the door of my office. And so then I opened the door to let him out, and then they're like, all right, and now I will rush him and break his arms. I'm like, dude, you can't kill the cat.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Associated with him. Liz Truss is often compared to Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady. She's been emphasising traditional
really? No, she's not. No, she's not.
Votes on the right. Sunak and Truss pull neck and neck with party membership, so this will be a close one.
I love how she's getting a good workout without sweating during a British heat wave.
No, this is what I was just saying to Tim. Her arms are thinner than the ropes. All right, that's not a body shaming thing. It's just this is so contrived. She has never been in a boxing ring ever.
She's a major boxer, Wayne. You can tell by her form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the fact that she's got fingerless gloves on and a boxing in a fucking boxing ring.
She's like, "Hello, mate. I'm just gonna hit the gloves. Can you just put them up and make me look like a tough girl?"
Why? I bet she put the gloves on and like these are heavy.
Yeah.
Do you have any lighter gloves?
Yeah, I don't know where these.
If you look carefully, you can see the strings.
Countdown is on until the 5th of September when the next Prime Minister will be announced. The head-to-head contest likely to become an even bloodier brawl.
Oh my God. Are those the first boxing gloves ever made? Look at the dirt and dust on these bad boys.
Wayne, isn't this all a little bit heavy-handed?
Oh, I see what you did there.
No, it's right.
Tim's got the good jokes. He's throwing his haymakers.
I need you all to see the oh shit.
Oh, the one with Boris? I got you, homie.
Not that. Glad you can't hear that. The
This
Liz
right
Truss. The Eddie Mayer one.
I don't know what that is. But I'll do
Right.
Boris's last speech in the PMQs.
Yeah.
I want to use the last few seconds, Mr. Speaker, to give some words of advice to my successor, whoever he or she may be. Number one, stay close to the Americans. Stick up for the Ukrainians. Stick up for freedom and democracy everywhere. Cut taxes and deregulate wherever you can to make this the greatest place to live.
Pause it. Cut regulations and taxes where you can. Fuck off, you absolute fucking cunt. Look at the state you're fucking Barnet. Look at it. It looks like someone's cat had a go at a carpet.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Wayne wants to raise your taxes.
That's what Wayne's all about, is raising taxes. That's why he hates Boris.
No. Let me tell you for why. Cutting taxes means cutting public spending, which means cutting public services, which means cutting NHS, cutting firefighters, cutting police.
Wayne, I have a serious question for you. What are public services? What the fuck are you talking about?
Public services, police, fire, ambulance.
I could do without the police.
Whoa, our taxes pay for that?
So social care, all them things that our fucking taxes pay for. You want to cut them, cunt? No, yeah. Fuck off. You want to privatise them? Of course you do. So the people that have got money can happily fucking have it, but people that ain't got money, fuck them. Stick them out with the bins.
And what are...
you got a bit of gangrene? Fuck you, mate. I'm going to chop your leg off and put you out of the bin. Fuck
what
off.
Are
bollocks.
Regulations? What the fuck is that?
It has to do with your diet.
Regulations. You mean, building a house that's safe and livable. Oh, no, we don't want that. No, fuck that. Oh, the market will sort it all out. Okay, well, if I can cut some corners, I'm going to cut some fucking corners. Oh, your asphalt, Dad? Not on me. Sorry about that.
Well, that's just it, right? Like, look at Texas. Texas is a perfect example of the market taking care of the people. And lo and behold, the companies did just fine. They're still doing just fine. And the people are boiling and freezing to death.
Yep.
But it always breaks my heart to hear people advocate and work so hard and put all of their spirit into things that are against their own best interest. Like, I don't understand how you could be so passionate about fucking yourself over.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much energy in being wrong.
That's America for you.
The first thing is healthcare, and this is what I'm so passionate about it, because I've lived in this country where I am, existed in this country, born here for 41 years, and I'm slowly seeing the healthcare system that brought me, my brother and sister into this world, my two beautiful children, eroded because of profit. And as soon as you introduce profit into a healthcare system, you don't care about health, you care about profit.
You get America, but I'm Tish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the UK's relationship with America hasn't been historically great, but I think as of late, man, y'all picked the worst time to start copying us, because like we are trying to sort our own shit out, and we're all like, everything's tumultuous over here, and we're trying to the younger generation is trying to save us from steering off of a cliff, and the UK is like, off a cliff? I'll have some of that.
But the problem is, Mikey, the boomer generation have their hand on the tiller, and the hypocrisy of the boomer generation is they had all the benefits of that post-war kind of oh, look how great we are. Look how much we're building.
You mean all that socialism?
Yeah, all that socialism, where we built public schools and the NHS and, unions.
Yeah, because and I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant here because
please.
something came up on on Twitter.
Rants.
Oh, rants dressing. Let me sprinkle some rants dressing on here. Get a little rants bottle that goes across the screen. I like it.
Timestamp it. Timestamp it, and let's go.
Unions. People love unions. People love defending unions. People think union workers. Da 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 da. I get it. I get the point of unions. I get why we needed unions in this country, because things were dangerous for the workers. It was predatory. The businesses were very predatory. They didn't care about the safety of the workers and all that kind of shit. Well, let me tell you something. I was part of probably like the second largest union on the planet. And my local chapter was run by a guy who had been running it since the 80s. That was the president. And the vice president was his kid, who had been in it since the 2000s. And as inflation is going up, as the price of everything is going up, our wages stayed the same. There hasn't been a since 2000, and I think it was 2004 or 5. No, it was much later than that. 2014. Yeah, 2014 sounds right. They got rid of time and a half on Sundays. They took away, they make you have to work an extra year or two, depending on which year you're at, to get another week of vacation. So you could work for that place for 3 years. You get 1 week off that's paid, and you're not guaranteed 40 hours. That is the protections of the union. Now, if you go to the pipe fitters, if you go to like all these other, like, even the Screen Actors Guild, there are unions taking care of people, but the biggest unions are just like everything fucking else in this country, where the money has so corrupted it that I had baggers who worked. They worked a couple of nights through the school week, and then they would work on the weekends, pushing carts in 100 fucking degree weather. And their check is $20 because they have to pay their fucking initiation fees because they just joined the union. So this kid just fucking spent 15 hours out in the fucking sun, and his paycheck is $20. And that's fucking fair. And the union says, well, without us here, you wouldn't have this job. You're welcome for your $20. Now that kid doesn't even get protection from the fucking union until they're 60 days in. So you'll take their money, but you won't protect them. You won't let them, like, the kids are outside boiling alive for $11 an hour. Their friends are down the street at the ice cream shop getting $14 an hour to fucking hang out with their friends, make milkshakes and fries. This is the biggest union for grocery on the planet. And this is how they treat people in the richest, most prosperous country on the planet. This is how we treat them. So I'm not anti-union for all of my Twitter friends, but unions got a long fucking way to go to get back to where they were about protecting the workers, and not so much the corporate bullshit. Like, it's like politicians themselves aren't bad, but the politics machines are so corrupt. It's so money driven. It's so nasty. And it's too bad that we're all going to starve to death because the union's not protecting the food workers. And guess what? They don't want to do it anymore. So get ready for the automated fucking everything's going to be like those Amazon stores, because people don't want to do the work anymore. There's nothing in it for you. There's nothing in it for you.
So
and that's my range situation.
I worked at a regional grocery store chain as a janitor, and I've seen some union contracts in my day. and they were pretty awful. Like the grocery store unions are bad. They are not for the workers. They're for making their own money. And to further that, everyone talks about the Citizens United decision with corporations. Well, the other entity that Citizens United helped were unions.
Yep.
Unions were some of the plaintiffs in that Supreme Court decision. They have the same rights as corporations when it comes to political spending.
I had to opt out of them taking money out of my check for their political causes.
Yeah. Yeah. And
because
I remember getting a paycheck.
Automatically it would come out. I had to opt out of it.
Yeah. I remember getting a paycheck for working a 40-hour work week at minimum wage and then getting like, I don't know, $10, $15 out of my paycheck because I had to pay union dues for a union that I had to join. I mean, I am also very pro-union, but the supermarket unions are the absolute fucking worst.
Yeah, but I think the supermarket. This is only me as an outside observer of American stuff. The supermarket unions have been co-opted by the supermarkets.
It's worse. They're competing. They're both trying to get the most out of the worker at the same time. So it's like you have two shitty bosses.
Yeah. And I'm all for like Amazon getting unions because I know Amazon employees and Amazon treats them like absolute shit. I'm all for like Tesla getting unionized because Elon shouldn't be able to do whatever the fuck he wants to his employees and firing them for literally no reason. But the unions need reform too.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
There needs to be someone making sure that the unions are doing their jobs to protect the workers because that's their job. And some of the unions aren't doing it properly, and there is corruption and there is greed.
And there's no I don't see any remedy in sight. Heaven forbid you talk about at the workplace you talk about how the union is failing you individually.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. You want to go to their meeting? Their meeting's at 8 p.m.
Yep.
I hope you're not already at work or have to go to work in the morning.
Or if you want to speak to your union rep, good luck fucking getting a hold of them.
They would stop in on occasion and drop off buttons for people to put on their uniform and then just disappear.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, speaking of Amazon, we couldn't even keep people in the fucking store because everyone would rather go to Amazon than stay there, than get yelled at by people during COVID, wearing a mask, pushing carts in the sun. They would rather go fucking pee in a bottle at Amazon because at least then they'll be getting paid. It's a shit job, but at least this shit job, they don't get any money for it. They get to be union proud, broke as fuck. And the unions are the main people, especially in Illinois, who are fighting against them raising the minimum wage to a fucking livable wage because they don't want to negotiate with the company.
Which is their entire purpose.
They should have been fighting for the 15 first, but instead they're the last people dragging their feet.
And I have seen unions do good things. Like my dad worked for in a helicopter manufacturer, and he was big in the union. And when the helicopter manufacturer decided to, not renew the contract under the same terms, the union went on strike, and they went on strike for like a month to fight for better wages, better healthcare plan, better time off and stuff like that. Like those guys work a pretty rough job. Like putting together helicopters is not easy, and they needed the right compensation, and the union actually helps there because it's like a Teamsters union.
Right.
So those are, for the most part, good unions.
Yeah. They're very strong. Yeah.
But the supermarket union guys, they don't care. And I think it's the same for like all the other, like, I would say not low skill, but low wage jobs.
Yeah.
Where, the union's really just there to stand on your shoulders and say, well, we'll do business for you.
Right.
but you're not going to get anything out of it. Like, my contract was like a 25-cent raise every year with a week paid vacation until I was in there for like 5 years. And who wants to be a janitor at a supermarket for 5 years?
Just to get your second week of vacation from
Yeah,
janitoring.
just to get my second week of vacation. And I didn't get health insurance until like 12 months in.
Yep.
So what was the fucking point?
The point is they just got a janitor for a year, and we can solve that problem later. Who cares if you stay? We already got your initiation fee. Who cares if you stay?
Yeah. And then they could just, you don't have to be trained to be a janitor. You just get a mop and a bucket and you're like, here you go. Go clean up some shit.
Fucking multi-level marketing is what it is.
It is.
All right, let's finish up these PMQs so we can skedaddle. Sorry for my derailment there, but that was weighing on me. Let's see. Go back a second.
The greatest place to live and invest, which it is. I love the Treasury, but remember that if we'd always listened to the Treasury, we wouldn't have built the M25 or the Channel Tunnel. Focus on the road ahead. Focus on the road ahead, but always remember to check the rear view mirror. And remember, above all, it's not Twitter that counts. It's the people that sent us here.
Wait for it.
The last few years have been the greatest privilege of my life. And it's true that I helped to get the biggest...
Time out. Why is Sauron's fucking spear weird weapon sitting right here in front of a bunch of books?
Yeah, what is that?
What is that? I saw that in Lord of the Rings. He was using that to just level those fucking elves.
That's the scepter that Blackrod brings in every time Parliament sits.
Move your hands, Wayne.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's the scepter that they bring in every time Parliament sits.
Whose
Is
scepter
that what gives him his power?
Whose scepter is that?
It's just whoever's in charge.
Do they get to like? Does it do magic?
Only Black.
Can you cast a spell?
Only Blackrod gets to wield that.
Who is Blackrod?
What's its bonus?
Oh my god!
Is it +1?
No,
it's got to be a +2. Look at it. It's
it's
gilded.
You have the House of Commons and you have the House of Lords, and they are supposed to sit separately, but they both sit in conflict. And that scepter,
is it like a rod of fireball? Because that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know. I can't be asked.
It just looks. I mean, like when they were talking about Brexit, it's like you shall not pass. And then you
just sounded like a really bad Eddie Murphy impression of fucking Bill Cosby.
You're welcome.
You shall not pass or say fuck.
I helped to get the biggest Tory majority for 40 years and a huge realignment in UK politics, Mr. Speaker. We've transformed our democracy.
He has cat hair on his shoulder and it's bothering me.
He does have cat hair on his shoulder.
No, that's his
and
hair.
restored our national independence.
Same difference.
As my right honourable friend says, I've helped to get this country through a pandemic and helped save another country from barbarism.
Barbarism?
Yeah, he's talking about Ukraine.
Did he?
Well,
Did he?
We give him some rockets.
Oh.
And a couple of coats.
And what the fuck does he know about COVID? He was partying the whole time. He don't remember.
Exactly.
And frankly, that's enough to be going on with.
My PM likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
Mikey, it's about to get cheese on fucking toast, crispy.
Largely
please.
Accomplished. For now, I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker.
It's a gun.
All the wonderful staff of the House of Commons. I want to thank all my friends and colleagues. I want to thank my right honourable friend opposite, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank everybody here and hasta la vista, baby. Thank you.
You know who he is? He's Hammond.
Can I just say I'm sorry?
He's an he's an undercover American.
Yeah.
He's Hammond.
Right. By the way. Right. As it's posed, Look at all the Tories standing up right now. Go back to that picture. Go back. Go back.
This kind of looks like one of those State of the Union addresses where only one side stands up and the other side is like, fuck
Yes.
fuck this
No,
guy.
that's exactly it. Right. Go back to the picture. Right.
It's on it. Yeah.
Look at all these cunts. Every single one of these cunts resigned and said, "We're done with you." And now look at them. Yeah, you're so great. Look at the Labour benches. Not a single person. Keir Starmer sat there steadfast. Fuck you, you cunt.
Ollie
Bunch
Man,
of fucking hypocrites.
Ollie Man in the chat says it's a scepter of lordly might with a +3 bonus, and it can turn into a mace or sword. Plus, it gives the command ability.
Yeah,
That's pretty sweet.
And it gives you +3 attack power if you're a mage.
Yeah, it gives you a strength bonus as a mage.
Ooh. I
In
mean,
in case you got a scrap.
I'd fucking take that.
And it can take 4 bejeweled items.
It's got item slots. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie is stuck at 3.5. It's true. It is true.
And
he loves that.
And if Lizzie holds it, it becomes eternal. You cannot defeat it.
Don't even try.
Yeah.
Nerds.
Ooh. All right. Here's the question: is it an intelligent magic item?
It's
It
basically that item is what the Infinity Gauntlet is based on.
Yeah, you got to take the 5 stones.
If Lizzie ever touches that whilst wearing the crown, you're fucked.
Wayne, how many countries are in the UK?
4.
And then there's that last stone, which is Ireland.
No.
Northern Ireland.
You've got Northern Ireland, you've got Scotland, Wales, and England.
And then what else is over there near you guys?
Jersey and Guernsey, which are the Channel Islands, which are closer to France than they are us. You've got the Isle of Man. You also got the Falkland Islands.
This from this apostate. Wales doesn't count.
That's because a microwave is a poppy ping.
Paul is the producer for Creaky Blinder. Not Creaky Blinder. What is his name? I think it's Creaky
Blinder.
Creaky. He always says Creaky, but I always forget what his.
Wales don't. Hang on, let me get my chat.
Yeah, get your chat up here.
What's
his channel name?
Count. Fucking Welsh.
Yeah, Creaky Blinder.
Creaky Blinder.
He's the producer for him, and he's in Wales. So.
Okay,
always
but
good for a good Wales joke.
They're still part of the UK. And they're not their prime minister. They're whatever he is, Mark Drakeford. Mark Drakeford. He's a lovely fella.
England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. So yeah, so you got to get the England stone, the Scotland stone, the Wales stone, the Northern Ireland stone, and then the more important one, the Soul stone, which is the Irish stone.
No. If you get the Isle of Man stone, you're done.
That's the Soul stone.
Yeah, the Isle of Man stone.
That's the balls stone.
Yeah.
That's the stones stone.
That's the if you can ride a motorbike at this fast, at this angle, you're golden. Because let me tell you, if you've ever seen the Manx TT bike fork cam at full tilt, it's scary as fuck.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It is literally the dumbest fucking activity I have ever seen in my entire
every year.
I mean, if you
They
guys
still do it.
If you guys are not familiar with this, just Google fucking the Isle of Man, and you probably won't have to put in anything else.
No, just put in Manx TT fork cam. Fork. FORK cam. That's all you need. These people are psychos.
Absolutely. And everyone's just standing there along the sides. I'm like, I'm not standing. They're like literally inches away from a dude going 160 miles an hour on a bike. There's no railing. There's no. They're just sitting. They got their arms over the side of a stone wall. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Mikey, look, as we're closing out, we can get footage of that right now on YouTube, can't we? Let me pull some up. Fork cam on Mank's bike, just to give people an example. Do you want to quickly do that? Because okay, yeah.
Oh no, they're going 200 plus miles an hour.
Yeah, let's do that. Can you pull some of that up?
That's very fast.
It's very fast. Let's take a look.
And
Here,
then full, and
I'm
then
not
full
gonna
screen.
hold on, brother. I got you, son.
Sorry, mate.
I got you, dog. So, audio people, hearing this is all you need to hear.
Yeah, got it.
Jesus Christ. That one's funny. The guy's just like, yeah, time to lean.
Ryan, what's up?
Mike, you'll get full camera.
Yeah, it's the stupidest
No.
shit ever.
Get full camera. Let me see if I can find a link.
It's a little bit annoying.
Oh,
Manx
man.
TT full camera.
I'm not
There
typing
you
all that in. Just relax.
there
man.
you go. There you go. That's horrendous.
This makes no sense. Sorry for all of you guys who get topsy-turvy here, but you kind of have to see how fast they're going through this
Going way too
town.
fast.
It's a town. It's not even a city. It's a town, a village.
It's an island. It's an island in the Irish Sea.
And they are just smoking. Smoking.
And literally
even,
no
like, getting a
fear.
little air.
No fear.
Yeah, they get air sometimes.
Oh, 100%.
You know, just a bike flying through the air at 90 miles an
All
hour.
this- all this to go faster than the next man.
Nah, man, you won. Congratulations, man. Let me shake your
Yeah,
hand.
I would be like, yep, nope, that's fast. You're right.
You are faster than me, correct.
Yeah. You have bigger stones than me. Well done.
Yeah, because they're in no way in hell. I wouldn't even go watch that shit. Because I'm not going to catch a fucking speed bike at fucking 180 miles an hour into my face when the guy wrecks it.
You'll be walking back to the missus with your 2 pints in your hand.
Nah.
Bike
If
knocks-
someone's hitting you at 180 miles an hour, that's it.
I just turned into pink mist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ballistic motorcycle incident. Well, Paul is very correct. It wouldn't hurt for very long.
It would hurt for
True.
maybe a second, and then you'd be dead.
I wouldn't even know that I'm in crippling pain.
But the thing is,
It would be.
why would you do that? Why would you do it?
Only in Wales.
It's not. Oh no! It's
Only the Welsh could pull off something so diabolical.
it's a territory of the British Isles. That's why they have no speed limit.
So they're literally doing that because there's no speed limit?
They have no speed limit.
Well, why don't they do the same thing down in like the Caribbean?
Well, because they could, but they don't.
Yeah,
But-
if you
but
just
Manx-
want
but Manx- have you ever watched a Top Gear episode of the Manx TT?
Yes, you've showed me the same video 48 times. I promise.
I know.
I've seen
So
it.
I've explained it to you so many times.
I was showing the audience. But I don't want to watch the video you
Sorry,
keep
man.
making me
Sorry.
watch every Thursday for about a year and a half. Wayne would
Well,
make me
I feel
watch
like I'm
this
grabbing-
after forgetting that he already showed it to
I'm
me.
grabbing you by the back of your skull and slamming it into the fucking laptop.
Watch this video. I was like, all right, man. Okay, I'll watch it. No, man, watch it now. No, here, let me share my screen. Here, turn it on. Turn it up. Okay, here, turn it up. Start it over. It's like, all right, Wayne. I get it, man. I get it, man.
So,
But I think
All
we're all done here, yeah?
I think we're
let's go home.
Let's get the fuck out of here, man. So for everybody who's
Tim-
hanging out, I love y'all. But Tim, go ahead.
What am I doing?
Tim, do you want to drive it home?
No, yeah, I'll drive it home. So, this has been the Bin Podcast, and I would like to thank Mikey Famine and the Wayne-Maker, aka Lord Wanker of Essex,
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
For being part of the show, and roll that beautiful bean footage.
We are going to raid Akeem again because he just happens to be on right now.
Oh.
So we'll see all you crazy kids next week. Oh, no, we will see you guys Tuesday for the hot tag.
Yeah, Tuesday for that tag, and then Wednesday for Speaking from the Center.
Oh, we have got lots to talk about, Tim. We have got lots.
Goodbye.
But them's the breaks.